Hi everyone, this video is a short update on how the new National Planning Policy Framework will impact the delivery of the local plan. In the UK, we operate what's called a plan-led system. This means that planning applications must be determined in accordance with the development plan, primarily the local plan and also neighbourhood plans. The local plan therefore shapes and influences any development or use of land that requires planning permission. It's about the future of places. Development and change will take place whether we prepare a local plan or not. Preparing a local plan helps us shape new development and the places in which we live. It means that we can properly plan new development so that it's of high quality, supported by timely provision of necessary supporting infrastructure, and is built in a way that minimises carbon emissions and harmful impacts on the environment. A local plan also helps to protect what's special about our natural built and historic environment, as well as community assets. The Council has a statutory duty from central government to prepare and keep up to date a local plan. The local plan that we're preparing will, once it's adopted, replace our current plans. The core strategy adopted in 2014, the placemaking plan adopted in 2017, and the local plan partial update, which updated some of the policies in the core strategy and the placemaking plan, and was adopted in January 2023. The National Planning Policy Framework sets out the government's planning policies for England and how these are expected to be applied. It provides a framework within which councils and communities can produce their own distinctive local and neighbourhood plans, which reflect the needs and priorities of their area. Local plans must be prepared in line with the National Planning Policy Framework, or NPPF. In July 2024, the government released a consultation on the new NPPF with the intention of facilitating economic growth and greater prosperity, including through increasing house building on a large scale. This has included the provision of mandatory housing targets, which will increase from the current targets. Subject to the final figures being the same as those consulted upon, the proposed changes will increase the Council's annual housing target from 717 to 1,466, which has doubled the number of homes that now must be planned for. Other key aspects of the revisions to the NPPF include a clear requirement to review the Green Belt to meet housing need and introduction of the concept of Grey Belt. This is either brownfield sites in the Greenbelt or land that is less important in meeting the purposes of the Greenbelt. There's also a greater focus on providing affordable housing, in particular social rented accommodation for those on lower incomes. The government also considers that the housing crisis can only be solved by planning for and delivering housing at a more strategic or regional scale, rather than local authorities just working individually. The Council has responded to the government's consultation on the NPPF, and the final version of the NPPF and confirmed housing target is anticipated later this year. The key messages of our response to the consultation were agreed by Cabinet recently. The report to Cabinet can be viewed on the BANES website by searching Cabinet dated 12th of September. Councillor Kevin Guy, as leader of the Council, has also written to the Deputy Prime Minister, setting out our asks of and support required from government. The letter has been published on the BANES website on the local plan page. As already explained, local plans are key documents in planning for sustainable and healthy places. All local authorities are required to prepare local plans and to monitor and regularly review them, at least every 5 years. BANES Council has already started work on our local plan, and in February and March this year we consulted on the local plan options and we're aiming to produce a draft plan by the end of the year. The draft plan will set out our proposed sites and policies informed by evidence and consultation on the options. However, with the publication of the revised NPPF, the new plan must be prepared in accordance with the new national policy and its requirements. Resetting the local plan does not mean ignoring the work we'd already done and starting from scratch again. The work and consultations undertaken so far will continue to inform the local plan. However, based on the new requirements, we will need to collect further evidence, relook at the proposed development sites or opportunities, and engage with local communities and other stakeholders during this work. This will include reopening the call for sites to help identify additional and new opportunities for us to consider. The local plan will now be reset and progress towards submission in advance of the new national deadline of December 2026. Resetting means that the programme for preparing the local plan and how we engage with communities will need to change. The revised programme is still being worked up and will be confirmed in an updated local development scheme later this year. However, given the new requirements, we will need to consult again options as to how we plan for the future of the district and provide more housing, especially affordable housing, economic space and supporting infrastructure in a sustainable way. We will consult on options on how to achieve this next year. The next round of options consultation will be informed by updated evidence and also the comments and responses to the options consulted on last year, as such previous comments on the local plan will still be valid, but stakeholders may wish to make further comments on any additional proposals set out next year. Further detail on the updated and revised programme for preparing the local plan and how you can be involved will be set out later this year. Thank you for watching.